Hey everyone, welcome back. If you own a cat, you already know this. No matter how much you spend on fancy toys or luxury pet beds, your cat will always choose the box. It doesn't matter if it's a shipping box, a shoebox, or even a box way too small for them to fit in, cats are obsessed. But why? Today we're diving deep into the real, science-backed reasons cats love boxes so much, plus some genuinely surprising facts about cat behavior you probably didn't know. Let's get into it. The number one reason cats love boxes comes down to instinct. In the wild, a cat's ancestors were both predators and prey. Enclosed spaces like a box let a cat feel hidden from potential threats while still being able to peek out and watch what's happening around them. Even well-fed, perfectly safe house cats still carry this deep instinct. A box acts like a mini hideout, giving them a sense of security they can't get from an open room, no matter how comfortable that room actually is. Ever seen a cat pour itself into a box that looks way too small? That's not an illusion, cats actually can do this thanks to their unique skeleton. Unlike humans, cats don't have a rigid collarbone connected to the rest of their skeleton, which means their shoulders can rotate and squeeze through spaces roughly the width of their skull. Combine that with an incredibly flexible spine, and you get what internet users have nicknamed the cat squeeze, the ability to fold themselves into boxes, bowls, and gaps that seem physically impossible. This isn't just internet folklore, there's actual research behind it. A well-known study from Utrecht University in the Netherlands looked at shelter cats and found that the ones given access to a simple cardboard box adjusted to their new environment faster and showed significantly lower stress hormone levels than cats without one. The box gave them a safe space to retreat to during an overwhelming transition. It's such a strong effect that many animal shelters now provide hiding boxes as standard practice for incoming cats. Here's something a lot of people don't realize: cats prefer much warmer temperatures than humans do. Somewhere between 86 and 97 degrees Fahrenheit is their comfort zone. That's uncomfortably hot for most of us. Cardboard is a natural insulator, trapping body heat and blocking drafts, which makes a simple box feel like a cozy heated blanket fort to a cat. So part of the box obsession is as simple as, it's warm in there, and cats love warm. In 2021, a viral citizen science project asked cat owners to tape the outline of a square on their floor, no actual walls, just tape, using something called the Connes illusion, which tricks the eye into perceiving a shape that isn't really there. Remarkably, many cats sat inside the illusion square just as readily as they would a real box. This suggests the instinct isn't just about physical enclosure, even the visual suggestion of a boundary is enough to trigger that same sense of a safe, defined space. If you think it's only cardboard boxes, think again. Cats are famous for climbing into bathroom sinks, suitcases mid-packing, laundry baskets, drawers, and even cooking pots. It's the same underlying instinct: any small, enclosed space that offers a sense of boundary and shelter will do. Some cats have even been found squeezed into cereal bowls or tissue boxes, proving that when it comes to tight spaces, the size of the container is almost never a deterrent. Cats are ambush predators by nature, which means their hunting style relies on staying hidden and striking by surprise rather than chasing prey over long distances. A box gives a cat the perfect vantage point: they can watch everything happening in the room while remaining completely concealed themselves. This is why you'll often see a cat's eyes peeking just over the edge of a box, tracking movement. It's the same instinct that would once have helped their wild ancestors stalk a mouse. This behavior isn't something cats pick up by watching other cats or being trained. Kittens show a preference for enclosed spaces from a very early age, often before they've had any real-world experience that would teach them boxes are safe. That strongly suggests this is a hardwired, evolutionary instinct rather than a learned habit, passed down from generations of wild cats who relied on tight hiding spots to survive. This isn't just a house cat quirk. Zookeepers around the world use giant cardboard boxes as enrichment for big cats like tigers, lions, and leopards, and the footage is exactly what you'd expect: a 500-pound tiger cautiously sniffing, then pouncing into a box, just like a kitten would. It's a great reminder that our house cats haven't lost much of their wild instinct at all, just scaled down to fit an apartment. Boxes aren't just for hiding. The corrugated texture of cardboard is also surprisingly satisfying for cats to scratch. Scratching helps cats shed the outer layer of their claws and mark territory with scent glands in their paws. So a cardboard box often ends up serving two purposes at once: a safe hideout and a scratching post, which is part of why they get so attached to a seemingly unremarkable piece of packaging. In a busy household with kids, other pets, or constant noise, a box can act like a sensory retreat. Cats have far more sensitive hearing than humans, picking up sounds at much higher frequencies, and being surrounded by even flimsy cardboard walls can meaningfully dull overwhelming stimulation. For an anxious or overstimulated cat, ducking into a box is a bit like us putting on noise-canceling headphones and dimming the lights. If you've ever ordered an expensive cat bed only to find your cat ignoring it in favor of the box it arrived in, you're far from alone. It's one of the most common cat owner experiences on the internet. No matter how plush or costly the actual gift is, the plain cardboard box wins almost every time. It's a perfect, slightly humbling illustration of just how deeply this instinct runs, completely unrelated to comfort marketing or price tags. Veterinarians and animal behaviorists often recommend keeping a familiar box or covered carrier available, especially during stressful events like vet visits, moving homes, or introducing a new pet. Because the instinct to seek enclosed safety is so strong, giving a cat access to a box during a stressful moment can genuinely help lower their anxiety, making it a simple, low-cost tool that's backed by real behavioral science. Interestingly, not every cat wants the same size box. Some prefer a snug fit that presses against their body, which may mimic the calming pressure of being held, while others prefer a slightly larger box they can move around in while still hidden. Just like people, each cat's personality shapes exactly how it expresses this shared instinct. When a cat sits in a box, it often adopts what's sometimes called a sphinx pose, tucking its paws under its body while keeping its head raised. This position keeps almost the entire body hidden and protected inside the box while still preserving a wide field of vision above the rim. It's an incredibly efficient posture: minimal exposed surface area, maximum awareness of the surroundings, refined by millions of years of predator and prey dynamics. Cats are deeply territorial animals, and a sudden change of environment, like moving to a new house, can be a major source of stress. A familiar box carried over from the old home retains familiar scents that help a cat feel like at least one small part of its world hasn't changed. Many cat behaviorists recommend keeping a cat's favorite box or blanket during a move specifically because of this scent anchoring effect. You might also notice your cat drawn to plastic bags, and while the enclosed shape plays a role, there's an extra factor here. The crinkly sound and texture can mimic the movement of small prey, triggering a cat's natural curiosity and play drive. That said, unlike cardboard, plastic bags carry a real suffocation risk, so vets recommend supervised play only, and always removing bags with handles that could trap a cat's head. Cats have scent glands concentrated in their cheeks, chin, and paw pads, and rubbing against or kneading inside a box deposits their scent, effectively marking it as their own territory. This is part of why, in multi-cat households, you'll sometimes see a bit of good-natured squabbling over who gets dibs on the one favorite box, even when several identical boxes are available. So next time your cat ignores an expensive toy for a plain cardboard box, just remember, it's not being ungrateful, it's running on millions of years of instinct. If you enjoyed these facts, hit subscribe for more deep dives into weird and wonderful animal behavior, and let us know in the comments, what's the strangest place your cat has ever tried to squeeze into? See you in the next one.